Hey guys, day 5 of the vlog series. I just woke up, so obviously I look like I just woke up, which is because I just did. I'm having breakfast right now, and then today we're probably gonna list some items on Facebook Marketplace to sell, so we can get some income, just to bring us along. I filed my last unemployment claim benefit week benefits. So my 26 weeks of unemployment benefits are up. I'm getting my last check tomorrow, so that's a sign of we really gotta lock in and get a job. This morning is a weird morning because I had a really intense dream last night. I actually had two. I've always been a vivid dreamer. I've always had like really strong dreams throughout my life. Like there are some dreams from like my childhood that I still remember to this day. I love dreaming. It's one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I'll stay in bed just to dream or keep the dream going. And that's kind of what happened like this morning because like I woke up halfway through the night to go pee and went back to dreaming. I woke up early this morning and I wanted to keep dreaming, so I woke up like pretty late today. But the dream started off in like an apartment, and it was in this streamer's apartment, one of these famous streamers, and she was live, and I was there, and I was part of the live stream, and it was cool that I was like part of this streamer's stream. But she lived in downtown LA, but downtown LA was like this super futuristic cityscape that kind of looked like Bioshock if it wasn't underwater. But yeah, so we were streaming in her apartment, and then we went downstairs, and like the entire, like I said, when I say like super megascape, it's like in, what's that city? There's that city in China where it's like super futuristic. I forgot what it's called, but basically the apartment, there's like malls at the top of this, like at this high rise at the top, there's like malls. So it takes about an hour to get down from her apartment to the ground floor. So we took the way down, and then we met up with another streamer, and we were just like doing like IRL streaming in this like Bioshock looking super futuristic downtown LA cityscape outdoor mall type beat. Like I said, it's a dream, right? It's a dream. And like we went to KFC and like ate, and I mean I'm waking up now, so like there's some parts of the dream that's like fading away, but the key moments I remember. And one part that I remember was like we were going back up to go back to the apartment to stream or whatever. When we got to the elevator, there was this Japanese man in the middle of the elevator, and he just started like shitting everywhere. Like it was like projectile shit, so like everyone was like, it was like anyone could have gotten hit with shit, and I got hit with the shit, and I was like covered in poop. I was like, this is fucking disgusting. So the two streamers went up to the apartment because I went outside the elevator and I was trying to clean myself up because it was freaking gross. And I found like this giant like brown sack, and I was like trying to clean myself off. So the two streamers went up to the apartment, and I was like gonna follow them, but since like the building was like so huge, there were so many floors, I didn't know how to get there. I just knew I had to get up. So I was like going up, and then I saw a person from my past, and it gave me like a sense of nostalgia and sense of regret. I was like, oh whoa, I didn't know that they live in like a major city, and like they didn't see me obviously, and I was like, that's interesting that I saw this person here. So I kept going, and I couldn't find my way through. Really couldn't find my way up to the apartment because there was like a specific route where you had to go through the kitchen of this restaurant, up the stairs, something. It was some weird stuff. It got to a point where it started to look like Bioshock Infinite, like it was just an outdoor mall area, just like, but it's part of the building. And then there was this part where I was gonna bring this cart of toys to the apartment for some reason, and I was like, I gotta ditch the cart, so I started carrying all the toys, like they're like plushies. I couldn't carry all of them because there were so many. So like I went up to this, so I dropped them in front of this store, and a bunch of kids started like grabbing the toys, and I was like, no, don't do it. And I was like struggling to put all the toys into my bag, but they just kept grabbing it, and like, I mean, they're toys, and kids love toys, so they'd grab it, right? I was like, no, and I couldn't stop them because I wasn't gonna stop kids from grabbing toys. This dream was very vivid, very vivid dream. So that was the first part of the dream. The second part of the dream was I was in like another part of LA outside of downtown, in like this shopping area, and I was on this like upstairs patio for this restaurant, and there's like a theater right across from this restaurant, and I think I was with some friends, maybe my brother, my cousin, but I had my other friend. In the dream, I remember she invited me to go to this concert in LA, and I was like, yeah, I'll go, but I probably won't be in LA. And then because of the dream and what was going on, I was in LA, so I decided to give my friend a call. Because I had like Snap Map open, or like Find My Friend, and I saw that they were like driving down, that literally drove down the street that I was on. I was like, oh, hey, I'm in LA. And in my dream, I think I knew I was in a conversation on the phone with someone from real life. And after I got off the phone, I was like, wait, was that phone call real? So I went over to my phone, and I guess the call was recorded. I was like, oh, cool. Let me see what happened, like if I can hear it again to see if it was real. And only like the intro part of the conversation was recorded, like my part. And I was like, oh shit, I guess it wasn't recorded. I guess this is a dream. Or I guess this isn't real. And like I had like semi-lucidity there. But then I don't know, it didn't really go anywhere. But then I went to the concert. And I guess it was a Kanye West concert in like this outdoor mall. Again, I'm always in these outdoor malls. I don't know why. I just like those spaces, like it's an outdoor space. But I think my cousins were there. Some of my friends were there. And I sat on top of this like wall. Like people were like sitting here, and there's like a wall, and I was sitting on top of the wall. And I remember like it was risky to sit on the wall, because if I fell, I would like fall into like this oddball. I don't know why, but it was like a pit. It wasn't like a scary pit. It was just like an open space where if you fall, you die. But there was like a canopy next to it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna position myself right here in this corner, so if I do fall, I'd fall into this canopy. And I remember sitting up there, and it was like really scary, because it was like, oh shit, like I'm really balancing here. I'm like sitting on this ledge where I'm the only one, and everyone else is like sitting down. I'm like, okay, let me just relax and sit here. It's a good view. And I guess there was like drones. Like drones were just flying around. And I don't know if they're friendly drones or not, but there were drones. I don't fucking know why. But I went to one of the stores, and maybe I wanted to get like a camera or something to get a better view or something. I just wanted the camera, but I bought something, and it ended up being like a drone. There's like birds here, like baby birds. See that? Yeah, I don't know if there was like, I bought like a camera, but it had a drone, so I started flying the drone, and the drone had like a machine gun and a rocket. So I shot down the other drones, and I saw my uncle, and I told him about how I shot down the drones, and he was pretty proud. Yeah, I don't know. But then the crowd was like now in this like open space, like open, like there's like a lot of places to roam, and there's like a lot of people there because it was a Kanye West concert. And then I ran into someone, and like a girl, we were holding hands because she was a Kanye fan and I was a Kanye fan. And I was like, oh, this is awesome because you're a Kanye fan, I'm a Kanye fan. And I just met someone new, right? And then there was a point where in front of like this structure was the concert, and like you kind of had to go up this like hill to get to the structure, and like Kanye was there at a table just sitting. And so I walked up to Kanye, and I was like, yo, Kanye. I was like, fanning out. Like, this is Kanye. This is crazy. And like he was talking to me. Out of all the people, he was talking to me. And I think I was talking about like Bully, the album, and he had his iPad on him. And he was like, oh, look for this song called Locomotive. And I was on his iPad, but it had like a Windows UI, and the resolution was like so large that the icons were like really small and the text was really small, so I couldn't find Locomotive. That was a song. It was called Locomotive. He said look for Locomotive. I was like, okay. I couldn't find it. I just saw like different files for like Bully, and, like all random files, so I couldn't find it. But yeah, it was Kanye. He was there. I was like in shock that he was there, and there was like a crowd of people behind me, and there's some people that I knew in this crowd. And, like I was like, oh no way, you're at this concert too, blah blah blah. And like, yeah, it was just surreal being in front of Kanye like that. And then there was a part where he gave me like this art book that had like a bunch of like religious imagery, and I was still in awe that he was like talking to me. I think one of the things I talked to him about was like, I was like, oh, do you like Dave Blunt, one of these like rappers? He was like, yeah, I like Dave Blunt. I was like, what's your favorite song? And like he couldn't name one, but yeah, I don't know. I was hoping he would say a song, but I was like, oh, okay, you like Dave Blunt? It's like, oh, what's your favorite song? And he didn't name one. But yeah, the book. So there was like a bunch of religious imagery, and so like I'm standing here and he's in front of me, and he's on his table, like this like foldable table. He's just sitting there, and the crowd's behind me, right? There's a lot of people. So I had the book, I was looking at it, and I started holding it up so that people could see. I was like turning the pages and stuff, showing the people the book. But I guess Kanye didn't like that, and he like snapped. He was like, hey, don't do that, don't do that. And he was like, okay, it's like done. It's like, when you're interacting with fans and it's like time to stop. It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, it's over. I was like, for sure. And then he went, and I guess when I turned around, like because of the book and what was happening, what I was showing, it caused the crowd to like go from one side to the side, the other side to this side. And then they started like moshing. They started moshing into each other. And I was like, whoa. Yeah, so I think after that he left, he was like leaving, and everyone was following him. And like there was like these like plants that he had there, and I guess it was his plants. And like he was like blessing them or whatever. And like he was on the way out and he left the plants there. But then on the way out, I was like still following him along with the group. He was like, hey, like if you want a plant, feel free to take one. So I looked it over the plants, and there was like different plants in the pot, but they were like tall. They were like tall. It was like a pot, and they were like tall. Some of them were like cactuses. Some of them were like palm trees. I got the one that was like a plant that was like tall, but it didn't have leaves. It only had leaves at the top, right? Because I didn't want to get a cactus. I was like, oh shit, Kanye's gonna give me a plant. Like, I don't know which one to get. So I got one that was like a simple one, and at the top of it was like a little decal of like the college dropout bear. And yeah, I went over, I carried it, and I looked for my car, and I put it in my car. And that's probably the last thing I remember. I think I woke up after that. It was very vivid. Like, it was very vivid. And it was all connected, and it was like people that I knew, people I could recognize, Kanye Wesr. So, and like in this downtown LA super futuristic city, and like iPads were working, phones were working. It was just a really vivid and powerful dream that when I woke up, I was like, whoa, am I back in reality? Like, I'm back in real life. And yeah, it was surreal. It was a surreal and vivid dream. I don't even know what it means, but it was really, really strong, and I'm still kind of recovering from it. Yeah, so that was my dream. That's how I started today's day. That's why I'm like kind of calm and like okay, because it was like it was like an adventure. It was exhilarating. It was fun. And I come back to real life, and it's like back in reality. And you guys know what I've been doing every day these past few days, so you guys get where I'm at. I'm not in downtown LA. It's a futuristic truck streaming with streamers and shooting down drones and seeing Kanye. So maybe that's what I was like talking to ChatGPT about it. I was like, what does this dream mean? And it was like, maybe these are the things that you like, what you desire, and it's your consciousness trying to tell you that. Like, this is what you like, this is what you find fun, and this is where you want to be. This is what it feels like. Strive to go for it. Yeah, and I was actually kind of scared to go to sleep last night, because the night before I had like another vivid dream. Maybe because I've been taking Benadryl whenever I've been going to bed. It's because I've had like allergies. But the Benadryl makes my dreams so intense. The dream before that was kind of scary. It wasn't scary, but it was like some real. It was just as vivid. But there was one part at the end of the dream that like scared the hell out of me, and it kind of forced me to wake up. And I was like, shit, I don't want to dream like that again. Basically, at the end of that dream was like, there was like this little girl who I knew was kind of demonic or had some evil spirits in her. But I was like, it's okay. Like, you're in a safe place. Like, don't do the evil stuff. But at the end of the dream, I think she was like trying to light a candle or trying to summon something by lighting this candle. And I was like, no, like you're actually evil. And that's when I woke up, and I was like, oh shit, was I visited by the devil? Was it the devil in my dream? I've had multiple dreams where it's like I can sense some type of demonic energy or evil spirit energy. So it's like last night I was kind of scared to go to sleep because I don't want to face the evil spirits again. Of course, I prayed before I go to bed, so I get protection, but last night was different. Last night was kind of inspiring and kind of fun. So yeah, so that's my dream from last night. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If it's your first time watching, please drop a like and subscribe, or even comment below some of your dreams and some of the things that you've experienced in the dream world. I'd love to know. So I'm gonna finish my food and my coffee because I've been talking for like 20 minutes. And yeah, we'll see what I get into today. I'll probably show you guys some of those things I list, hopefully, and hopefully get some stuff done. And then tomorrow's Monday, so start of a new week. Hopefully we get some progress in terms of jobs, income, all of that. But thanks for coming with me on this journey. We'll see where we end up, and we don't even know where we might end up. You know, life is such full of surprises. But thanks for coming with me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. All right, guys, bye.